What's up, guys? Welcome back to the next video on learning C++. My name is QDS Dan and you guys watching my channel Cryowood. Alright, so we begin with our discussion with generic programming, and after this we're gonna start templates. So I congratulate you guys if you guys making this far. So we're going to generic programming. What is generic programming? Generic program is programming productivity is a key challenge in programming, and one of the most important technique is reusing the code. So the code reusability is the main challenge in programming. So when you guys say if you guys making program for a architecture, or making bridge, or programming for about any building or something, you guys don't want to type again and again and again and again. You are not like a bricklayer. So the bricklayer, what bricklayer does is that bricks, they put one brick after another, one brick after another, they keep reusing that brick. But we are not like that. We just want to put say one template, and we just want to use for templates. Say for example, if you go in auto car makers like a Ford or all these big manufacturer of the car, they just make a cover or template of the one car, and they're just copying from that template. Same as the programming, you guys want to use your code. Say you guys want to make a software for printer, you just want to make one template for one printer, and just want to reuse that same code. Just like functions, we have seen function in classes. Just like I said, if you guys want to make your function, and you can use your function again and again and again. So when we come, function is just one part, our class is just one part. Now we're coming here like a template. Now we're gonna use generic programming with the template, and I'm gonna show you guys what is what template is, as later on then we go on jump on STL, something called C++ STL, standard template library. So when we go template standard template library, it means you guys reach to the advanced levels of C++. This is very advanced level. So once you guys learn that one, then you guys good to go, and you guys can be very professional C++ programmers. All right, so before we do STL, the sense before we do standard template library, then I'm going to show you guys what is something called UML in the software. And then once you guys learn UML, then you guys are good to go. And before that one, before everything, we start all these advanced levels, we're going to go on generic programming. So here the code reusability is the main issue. So the most important technique is reusing the code, and we refer to code reuse as a generic programming. So using templates, is possible to create a generic function and classes that can be used for a wide category of types. So as I said to you guys, using templates, it's possible to create generic functions and classes. So what is generic functions? And as I said to you guys, generic programming is referred to code reusability. And if you guys connect to this the top one to this one, to this sentence here, using template, we're using template because we want to use the code reusability. So that's above that one, we're referring that one to this one. Template, it is possible to create generic function classes that can be used for variety of wide category of types. And keep in mind, this type is, we call this I'm referring to this type as a data type. So with the template, you guys can create int, float, double, whatever. See, if you guys remember the arrays, with the arrays you guys can only use a string array or integer array, whatever array, but one type. But when we go to the STL, our standard template library in C++, you guys, we have something called vectors. And with vectors, you guys just put a vector, and that's it. You guys can use that vector with all sorts of arrays. So array and vector is the same, but the only difference is that with the array, you guys use that int or string, or so with only one type. But with the vectors, you guys can use a wide variety of types. So that's and with that standard template library, we use templates. So in generic programming, the type of data which the function or class operate is specific to as a parameter. A generic function is capable of overloading itself. So keep in mind, a template, which is a generic function or generic class, is capable of overloading itself. So it keeps on overloading itself. And as I said to you guys, generic programming type, the type of the function our class operates specific as a parameter. So keep in mind there is a parameter here. A generic function is capable of overloading itself. a new type of function added to C++ that are the template functions, also known as generic functions or function templates. So the last one is very important. In C++, there are three ways we can employ generic programming. So keep in mind there are three ways in all C++ we can employ generic programming, which are ones. The first one is the void pointer. So if you guys know that one, we have used this one pointer a lot. The second one is inheritance. If you guys know that we have used inheritance, class hierarchy, we have used the base class, we have used the derived class. Derived class inherits from the base class to the public access specifiers, and it has a public, it has a private, it has a protected, and that we call the base class as a parent class, and we said that derived class is a child class which inherits from the parent class. Our derived class inherits from the parent class, and then we came to our virtual functions, and we came to our pure virtual functions. We added is equal to 0 and all that sort of polymorphism. So the first one is void pointer, because in pointer we can employ generic programming with the void pointer, and if the second one is in inheritance, and the third one which we're going to do now is templates. So I have shown you guys the void pointer, and I have shown you guys the inheritance, because we have spent a lot of times on working with inheritance, and now I'm going to show you guys the templates. So now if you learn all this, you can employ generic programming through all these three techniques or subjects or methods, whatever you call it. So welcome to the world of templates, and I'm going to show you guys from now on what templates is. So one day you're going to be experts in templates. Alright guys, that's it for this video. If you have any question or comment, leave in the comment box. Otherwise, I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.